Wow, let's try that sentence again. I think Leave It to Weaver was definitely planning to run the aggro try, and I think they might want to consider. I think they're thinking more about running the aggro tide than they are with getting matched up against that tri lane. So maybe they want to consider that, I'd say. I think that's definitely a correct play to bring tri lane versus tri lane here, especially for Weaver. I feel their tri lane's a lot stronger, as long as it's careful.
I see.
Because AA's presence has gotten a lot better in tri lanes due to the changes to Vortex and Shilling Touch over time, but I still think it's much stronger.
What has been the recent change in Vortex? It's the cooldown, right? Like now
Pretty much.
You can have 4 of them up simultaneously. Well, sort of 3, 4.
Yeah, Vortex is just. I feel like it was one of those skills that Ice Frog has changed, and due to all the changes that have been made to it, it's made people start to realize, wait a minute, hold on, the slow's not bad, the duration's really good, the cooldown's really good now, and not only that, the resistance decrease is very strong in the right tri lane.
Personally, I think Ice Vortex is still a garbage skill, especially to take in the early levels.
Well, fortunately for you, it's not necessarily your call. It will be up to Moss to see what him and his captain would like for that tri lane, so we'll see. Ancient Apparition is definitely a hero that is on the rise right now.
Alright, so we're going to have the unpause. They do have sentries and observer wards, so it looks like they're going to try to block some camps. And this would be huge if they actually use sentry wards to block camps and they don't run the tri lane at top. I mean, Weaver ends up not running the tri lane on top.
Yep, and it looks like they will sentry ward to block the maybe not.
Maybe not.
We'll see.
Alright, so they don't waste the gold. Oh, they do block it though.
Alright.
Again, I will state that I am not a fan of blocking this camp because it is the easiest camp to deward.
That spot's a little poor for the deward, yeah.
All you have to do is plant a ward here. Your best chance of keeping this, it does offer vision, but the best chance of keeping this camp blocked is to block it somewhere here.
Yeah, I think there actually is a couple spots in the trees that are very finicky on how you can block them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, these sentries are just going to be for, and AA is going to drop the sentries and rotate.
I see. They do see that it's a solo bounty hunter, so they're going to leave the bristleback, and they actually want. I don't know about this. They're going to leave a 2-1. They're going to run a 2-1-2, which I think would make them lose every lane. What do you?
Well, it's weird because I'm trying to justify this, and I think it's justifiable. And yeah, now the Venom's rotating. So there you go, justified.
Okay. Alright, so we see OD versus DK mid, which I was not anticipating. Just because I think Puck is a better mid, just because Puck uses bottle better.
Right, but Puck's definitely a better offlaner too.
Yeah, but OD is perfectly fine solo safe lane, but I guess it ends up working out because with an aggressive try, Puck does seem to fare a little bit better. So
yeah, this is a very interesting tri-lane on tri-lane now, because now we have a farming Puck in a tri-lane with OD, or not OD, with the Ancient Apparition and Venomancer, so we'll see how it works out. I definitely think Weaver's got a lot of kill potential, especially on these very, very weak supports.
But I do have the polling advantage, and maybe we'll see that coming into play.
I believe we're going to see bottom-up gamers play very defensively. Stack does fail because of the Hill Troll Priest. And man,
yeah,
I mean, there's a reason he's the Hill Troll Priest.
Yeah.
He is a real Troll Priest.
Yeah, the way you stack with the Hill Troll Priest is to let them hit you, not to attack them.
Not only that, but if you attack them at all, their AI completely changes. Mm-hmm. And they will not follow you when you go in to attack them, when you walk into them. Once they're attacked, they get the healer gets stuck in that heal AI, so you literally have to walk in and never attack at once. They will just get the pull off here, which works just as well, I assume.
Yeah. If you do the double pull, it'll be fine. You still deny the entire wave.
The only unfortunate thing is they do need to basically... I think they have to just let Weaver contest this if they find out about it. Oh, Loss actually misses it, unfortunately, so...
Oh, okay.
So we got a little bit of push going, and we'll see if they position themselves aggressively here.
I'm keeping an eye on the other lanes, and DK is actually doing fairly well against the OD. He's only down 4 last hits, and this is rather surprising because DK against the range hero typically really wants to use Breathe Fire to get the last hits, but OD's gonna shrink that mana cost. I mean, shrink that mana pool. One advantage, one thing that's actually what I like about playing against an OD is that it's super easy to refill your mana pool with a bottle, as we see there. Because once you lose that, once you gain that intelligence that was stolen back, it just, yeah, you just have, you get back your same percentage.
Right.
So if you have 13 mana and you heal 13 mana with the bottle, once that debuff wears off, you're gonna have your 300 mana or so.
Yeah. We do see bottom lane, Gyro got hit a little bit, so he had to burn some regen. Nothing major going on. Weaver is playing the tri lane very smart. They're being very careful. They're not really just jumping on everything, even though they do have the better kill potential right now. They're playing really safe.
So at top lane, we're just seeing sort of an exchange of last hits because they both have 18. They're pretty much. It seems like they've had a truce going on or something. They're not harassing each other at all.
Yeah. I do think I would prefer to see the Janata build and Kilios here. I did ask him how to pronounce his name earlier, and I probably just butchered it. So
it's
whatever.
Kilios.
Okay. Well, John Smith, I would have liked the Janata build from him. I think it would be a lot better just harassing this bristleback. I don't think the Shuriken's going to do a lot more until he's able to roam. But
I think, I mean, if you play a bounty hunter, I typically don't try to win the lane so much as build for ganking. So I do understand the Shuriken toss, and 2 points is an extra 100 damage, which is a really significant increase. Shuriken toss has always been scaled this way.
First blood, folks.
And DK gets a first blood on OD.
Did
anyone see what happened there?
Yeah. Watch the replay, I guess, because I didn't. I'm assuming. DK popped his dragon form, and then he dragon tailed, and he then followed it up with a breathe fire after some auto attacks. I guess.
Well, so you typically don't expect it just because OD is typically just such a strong laner. But
yeah,
DK does have some first blood potential just because he has a really long level 1 stun and a really strong nuke. It's just that he somehow managed to have the mana to do it.
Yep. Top lane bounty hunter kind of gets bounty hunter. The truce has been shattered.
Yeah.
There is definite some harass going out. What was once the best of allies has now shifted.
We have a smoke gank coming mid. Weaver's looking to put some more pressure on the mid hero, but OD goes to grab the
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, unfortunately, Visages and CM Smoke does get revealed by the tower, so... actually, OD is walking back pretty dangerously. It's a good thing they didn't have a ward up there on that hill or any vision up there, because that might have been a dead OD otherwise.
Yeah, I thought it was strange that the supports are just rotating all the way up, like through all of Bono Gamer's vision. Like,
yeah, that's unfortunate, but
I mean, this is gonna make Puck play a lot more aggressive, and Gyrocopter is gonna lose a lot of farm because of this.
Yeah,
he's already losing to begin with, and we see some wards being planted to block, and the supports are of bottom up gamers. At least one of them is rotating mid. I don't know if they're gonna get a kill on this.
Yeah, they're not even gonna try.
Pretty difficult.
DK's got level 8 now, and he's got his strength dread, so at this point he's pretty much out of the ballpark without some sort of burst.
Yep. And AA's finding out now that his camp is blocked, so let's see if he joins the lane or...
OD gets lit up pretty hard by Dragonite mid, but he does have his invis bottled, so... Dragonite's making his life really hard with some very good breathe fires timed very well.
Yep.
As he regenerates his 10 of 26 mana.
Yeah. This is what I mean, like, holy crap, this is... You bring him down to low mana, you think that's great and all, but then when you just regen it all back... Actually, something that I didn't think about is that CM Aura is amazing here because of this situation.
Yeah,
Because
bottom lane.
I'll get back to that later. As we see Gyrocopter fall to the Puck and AA.
Yeah, unfortunately TP just a little bit too slow. So, as a Visage player, sorry. Actually,
I caught middle lane. We have Kilo's rotating over with a track and probably a Dragon Tail Breathe Fire. So you were saying as a Visage player?
Alright, Puck's gonna grab a regen rune and be just fine from this little harass fight with Bounty. But Visage is a very unique hero in that there's kind of two ways, not unique, but he's got two different skill builds where you can actually sometimes afford to not get Cloak early on in favor for another level of Grave Chill. Because the leveling Grave Chill is probably less effective than it was, just due to the nerfs to it. It now only increases the duration by 1 second instead of decreasing the mana cost. But he's definitely gone for the level of Cloak here, which is definitely the correct call for this game. Not even a question.
And we see that
good.
We see that Styx has rotated top in favor of perhaps a safer, what he thinks to be a safer tri-lane maybe, but the bottom-up gamers tri-lane has rotated top as well.
Yep. And playing actually pretty aggressively. They're starting to get, they're starting to get online now actually.
Also, I wanted to point out that a sentry ward has been placed middle to prevent Party Platypus from getting ganked any further by the BH. Typically, you want to plant a sentry ward in middle if you're up against a Nyx or a Bounty Hunter. It's just good so that your mid player can actually last hit safely.
Yep, and they do also have the Obs ward up on the hill to scout for even more potential ganks in the top lane.
Yep, maybe a little bit of aggression. Yeah, we're going to see some big soul assumptions come out of this. Cold Feet actually procs, and here comes Puck rotating in with a nice Stream Coil, and tri-lane wiped.
And that's the unfortunate part, because as I said, if you hit a good soul assumption, Bristleback's out of the fight, but if you hit a bad one, he does not care. So well played by Dim Sum there in the Bristleback. I feel like Visage maybe wanted to target a couple of different people, especially with that, especially with the soul assumptions. And unfortunately for Leave It to Weaver here, they're pretty underleveled. They're definitely not where they'd like to be on the gyro. That's for sure. But right now, like this Puck's 8, this Bristleback's 8, this OD's 8, and Gyro and his supports are sitting at 5 and lower. So, unfortunate.
So, I mean, this will be up to the down. Oh my god, a mech is already done. 11 minutes on the offlane Bristleback. That's going to be pretty huge against a Visage.
Yeah, that hurts kill potential a lot of Leave It to Weaver, because they're far behind, and now they're probably not going to be capable of getting a kill if Bristleback's around. And we're going to see Bristleback just slurping around now, yeah.
Yeah, this will be mostly on the shoulders of the Bounty Hunter and the Dragon Knight to come back from this.
Under attack.
Yeah, I feel like Weaver needs to play very carefully now.
One thing that I think that Weaver should do right now is to move their supports. Like, Gyrocopter does not need help farming these camps, and they can easily see that there's the entire team at middle. So yeah, so supports are rotating in, like I said they should, and they can probably hold this off quite well. I mean, Bounty Hunter just throws out tracks, and Breathe Fire is pretty good at. We might see some action. Puck blinks in, and big Gyrocopter ult. He must have just hit level 6, and this is going to be turned around.
Oh man.
Oh, that is super unfortunate. We lose the Gyrocopter though, but they do take out the Bristleback, the Venomancer, and maybe the OD too. I think there's a good chance.
They're gonna get. Oh man, we're maybe not.
Uh-oh. Good play from Puck. Oh my goodness. OD dropped the hammer. We have a 4. We lose 4 on both sides. And Puck is not going to win this man fight.
Yeah, he's going to back out.
DK is just too much man for Puck to handle, especially in Dragon form. And Puck comes back in. with the nuke damage.
So unfortunately, Venomancer wasn't quite 6 in time to level. He did hit 6 at some point during the fight, but he did not level his ult and pop it. I think that fight would have been a